I suppose I should start from the beginning. My name is James. I'm a hunter. Capital H, hunter. Yeah, I know. You've probably heard the spiel all before, but screw it. The reason I'm talking now is because some damn fools started thinking they can go out there and find these creatures themselves without problems. Sure, you could, but you won't live too long after that if you get caught. I'm with the Metaphysical Investigation Agency, a global network of operatives that investigate, capture, and or kill cryptids and other supernatural entities to protect humankind. And I've been doing this for a while. And since you're here with me, I imagine the higher-ups have placed you with me to learn an apprentice until you can work on your own. Welcome, rookie. Tonight, you guessed it, we're talking about werewolves. Now, werewolves are dangerous creatures prowling the night during the height of the full moon. In tales of yesteryear, you'd have found them more in the European countryside. Well, thing is, once settlers started coming over to North America, some of those stories came with them. Now we got stories of dogmen, rougarou, and other common European werewolf here in the States. Nowadays, we estimate there's about a 3-day window we can usually predict when the serial killings from werewolves can occur. Usually it starts a night before, during the night of, and the night after a full moon. And just to blend a little bit of experience with this, I'm going to teach you a little bit of information that it will help you should you encounter one. I was on a case a few years ago. This werewolf case was particularly challenging. Now, we had a window of 3 days before it would be a whole month before it would strike again. But, as you know through your training regimen, that every case begins with gathering evidence and piecing together clues like local law enforcement might unravel a case file. Call came in from a small town just outside Wichita, Kansas. Folks were scared, going missing. Ominous howls had been heard in the previous month, but when people were found to have gone missing in that 3-day window of the full moon, it got shoved up the priority list. The investigation team found large canid-like prints, far too big for even the common wolf, along with a den filled with the previous month's dinner. There was strong evidence of an apex predator. Bodies had to be identified based on dental records, just because of how shredded they were. The most notable injuries were loss of a couple internal organs, like the heart, liver, incredibly deep claw marks, bite marks. That was enough for me to get dispatched to verify the evidence profile and pursue the creature. Now, I've faced many monsters in my time, each one more fearsome than the last. But there's something about the hunt for a werewolf that just stirs a primal instinct in me, a reminder that there's always something in the darkness. When you're the hunter, sometimes you become the prey. And then when the moon is at its apex and shining bright enough for you to see the eyes of the beast you hunt, it becomes a sombering moment when you come to terms with the idea that you might not be the one walking away. Of course, this time, I chalked this one up to dumb luck. When the creature lunged at me, its toothy maw wide enough for a bite, I was able to shove a small bag of mixed herbs into his mouth. Side note and word of warning, don't ever put your hand in a place that's sketchy at best. If you can't promise you're able to keep your hand, don't do it. The herb bag I was able to use was large enough to act more as a chew toy so I could get my hand out of the way. And it also helped that it had the usual werewolf repellent herbs such as monk's hood, wolfsbane, wormwood. There was enough for the werewolf to back off so I could use other methods, but I had to be quick. So I made it real angry. With silver bullets loaded into my handgun, I had unloaded 3 into his chest. When he started slowing down, pulled a road flare and ignited it. Fire as a method to keep werewolves at bay long enough to incapacitate them is crucial. If you don't have a means of making a fire, it won't necessarily stop you from doing what you need to do. It just makes your job harder. And then decapitation is the final step. After immobilizing it with the herbs and silver bullets, an internal decapitation is a more humane way to end his reign of terror. A bullet to the base of the skull put him down as you would livestock. It was routine after that, though I would have preferred to have taken him back to MIA alive to provide a cure, maybe even rehabilitate him. Unfortunately, in this case, I didn't have a choice. The creature fell and was no longer moving due to the aforementioned methods. Called in the cleanup crew, and my job was done. The killing stopped soon after that, which told us we found the one responsible. But it doesn't always end that way. There was another case that I worked where we thought we did, but we had to do a second or third sweep due to the lycanthropic curse being spread. But that's another story for another time. Truth be told, a case like this should have been designated more for a duo or a larger team, as in my opinion, it was far too dangerous for a solitary hunter to accomplish on their own. I managed, of course, but once again, dumb luck. You'll have to be ready for the journey into the heart of darkness where few dare to tread if you want to stick around and be a hunter like me. Not all sunshine and rainbows, haunted by the ghosts of those who have fallen from the line of duty. Now, get some shut-eye. I'll keep watch. Next time, I'll be talking about vampires.